So here we do have our employees data in this notepad. Okay, so now from here we need to copy it and we need to paste it in Excel. Okay, so from Control C we have copied it and we are going to paste it in Excel. So if you'll paste it now, it has automatically been pasted in the rows and columns. Okay, so it has been pasted. Now what I need to do, I need to convert this particular data in a table. Right now it has been just written, so we don't have any table tab. Okay, so once we will be converting it into a table, then we will get a table tab as well. Okay, so for that, what we will do, for moving from one cell to another, we have already seen that we can move through control and arrow buttons. So Control Shift, I'll select Control Shift plus arrow buttons. I'll select for going rightward, I'll select the right arrow, and then for going down, I will select the downward arrow. The shortcut key for converting it into a table is Control T. So you need to keep it in mind that converting a range into a table, the shortcut key for converting a row range into a table is Control T. Now, whenever you convert it into a table, now it provides you this, it will provide you this dialog box. Okay. And what is the use of this dialog box? So this dialog box is asking you for the area, which area needs to be converted into table. The second thing here is my table has headers. If you will untick it, it will provide you headers, additional headers like column 1, column 2, column 3, like this. And if you will select this as my table has headers, so it will make the first row in the sense, first row not of the Excel, first row of your area. So as this is the first row of your area, of the area that needs to be converted into table, so they will make these first row items as headers. Okay, headers of your table. So I've selected it, I have ticked it, and my table has headers. And now what I'll do, I'll just press OK. So the moment I'll press OK, it has been converted into a table. Whenever you'll enter it, I told you now that we don't have the table tab. So here we have got a table design tab. The moment you convert a range into a table, you will get a table design tab. Now what table design tab helps you in? So from here, let's start it from the very first tab. So this is the group, this is the name group. You can name this particular table as whatever you say. I have named this table as 𝐻𝐻. Resize table means if I need to change the range. I don't want this F column to be in the table. So what I'll do, I'll just press E and OK. So now only till the column E, it has been converted into table. The F has been excluded. Now again, I need to include it. So I'll just press here F and then it's OK. Or else what you can do, you can just select an area as well. Like I have selected only this area to as a table. I just pressed OK. This has been converted into a table. Okay. So this is the thing. Now coming to more points, like first we rename it and then resize it. Now summarize with pivot. So summarize with pivot means, let's say this is a normal table. If you need a summary, a summarized data, then you can convert it into a pivot table. Like let's say if you need to analyze that how many males are there, what is the sum of the salary of males, what is the sum of the salary of females, or department wise, how many employees are there, what is the average salary, or what is the total salary of all the departments. Okay, so that is called summarizing, and that summarizing basically can be done by pivot table. Okay, so our main purpose is just to the common data we need to convert, we need to arrange. Just to arrange the data, we use normal tables. Okay. Basically to get a normal data into an organized way, we use normal table. Okay, but when we need to analyze it, at any level. So what we do, we basically convert it into a pivot table. For the pivot table, we have a separate session. We will be learning it just because it is one of the very most important part of your Excel sheet. Okay, so now it is saying that you can summarize it into a pivot table. So that we will be learning further. Remove duplicates. So remove duplicates is the easiest way to remove if there is any duplicate data. Now, duplicate data might be of anything. Like here it is saying select. So select all in the sense, remove duplicates. Now here it is saying select all. Select all means if there is any data which is common in all headers, whose serial number is same, name is same, department is same, gender is same, monthly salary is same. If everything will be same, then only it will be treated as a duplicate data. But what I want to know, I have unselected everything. I want to exclude the duplicacy of name. Okay. Just because I don't want any employee to be allocated in more than one departments. So it might be possible that if there is one name used twice, so they can be allocated in two departments, right? So that is why I have selected one parameter. Basically, that parameter will be depending on the requirement. I'm just showing it as an example. You can select it as per your requirements. I have selected name. So I need to remove the data of the duplicate names. So what I did, I just pressed OK. There is no duplicate value. Okay, that is why it has not been removed. Now coming to this part, you can remove it by department. I just unselected all. I selected department. So what it will do now, basically the duplicate data is which is coming second, right? So for example, this is marketing, this is coming for the first time. When it is coming for the second time, it means it is getting duplicated. So when you will press OK, what it will do, it will just keep the first, whatever they will get, the first report, the first data of the same category they will keep, and whenever they'll be getting the second one, they will categorize it as duplicate, they will remove it. Understood? Control Z is for undo. The shortcut key for undo is Control Z. So I just press Control Z to go back to this particular data. Now this is convert to range. Convert to range means basically what I did, for arranging the data, I converted into a table. Now when I have done all the arrangements and all, so I can just convert it back to a normal range where you won't get this table design tab. Okay, you won't, basically your data won't be working as a table. That will be a normal range. The data will be changed, converted into a normal range. It won't work as a table. So from there you can convert your data, convert your table as a normal range. Okay, insert slicer. Slicer is nothing but just a filter. यहाँ पे आपको ये filter button दिख रहा है ना, drop down button. That is your filter, right? So from here you can use the filters, but यहाँ से क्या होगा, you can just click it and select any of the headers, and on the basis of the headers you can insert slices that will also act as a filter. Like you can also select multiples and you can also insert multiple filters. Now what will happen, now if you select it one, depending upon that only you will get the data. If you can see, selected it. Now along with this filter you have this filter also. So once you'll do whatever filter you have implemented, along with that filter you can get the data. Now say one thing you must see, that look, here is also a filter and this filter has appeared. Why? Because this slicer is also acting a filter, as a filter. So whenever we have applied it, then the filter button appears here. Whenever you will remove this filter, you will remove this filter. So look, there is no filter button available anymore, right? That filter symbol is only available if you have applied here. If you have applied the filter, then only that filter symbol will be available in the drop down button, or else it won't be available. Now let's say if you want to select multiple here, so how would you do? So you'll be doing it with the help of control. With the control button you can select multiple options. Okay, so with the control button you can select multiple options. and with the if you want to select continuously, so you can select with shift as well. Okay, clear about the slicer? Whenever you insert a slicer, you get a slicer tab, and in this slicer tab you can just have an option to change the way the slicer. Okay, this is to bring forward or send backward. Why? Just because let's say there is these slicers are above each other, then you can select what you can here, click it here and bring forward, so this slicer will come up. Okay, so this is the thing, selection pane. Selection pane is basically here you will get the list of all the slices you have inserted, and you can move it upward or downward depending upon your use. And you can here, from here you can directly select the slicer whatever you want, even if it is visible or not. Okay, now if we need to delete it, so we can just select the slices and we can delete it. Okay, and now coming to this part, export in the sense export table. So if you want to export the table, like if you are having a slideshow or if you are having a webinar, so in that purpose what we do, we normally use to export the table to show on the screen. Okay, so you can export the table. Refresh is for basically if you have made any changes in the table, you have made any formula changes or something. So for example, here I have done what I have just multiplied the monthly salary by 12. Okay, so this is what we are getting it, right? So if there is any change in the formula or something, so that will be implemented to the whole table. For that there is a refresh link. Okay, now open in browser, unlink or properties. So these will be available only if we have by imported this data. Only if we have this data. Let's say we have imported the data from some Google SharePoint or Google Drive or something. Then only these options will be available for us. Okay. Now coming to this table style option. So within this table style, what you want. So total row if you want, so you get a total row. Banded rows if you don't want. Banded rows means by one row will be within a darker color and one row will be in the light color. So if you want banded row, so this will be the option. If you don't want banded rows, so you won't get that option. Similar with the banded columns, that alternate columns will be colored in a light and a dark mode. Okay, now last column. So if you select last column, so last column will get highlighted. So here you can see that last column becomes bold. Okay, when you select first column, so first column will also become bold. Okay, now if you don't want filter buttons, so you can deselect, so you won't get the filter buttons. And if you want filter buttons, so you can select it. So basically this provides you an option to arrange, to design your table as per your requirement. Whatever you wish, you can make changes to it. Coming to this one, this is the table style. By default, table styles are available here. Whichever table style you want, you can implement it here. Okay, so this is the way you can make the table style. This is the option. Now converting back to range. So convert to range, this is the last option. Why I kept it for the last? Because after that you won't be getting a table design tab. So here it is asking, do you want to convert the table to a normal range? Yes. So now you won't get a table tab. The conversion, basically the design has been done, the editing has been done, but now this is no more a table. This is just a normal data written in a Excel sheet. Okay. So this is the thing. Now, the same thing, the same conversion or same editing is available at your home tab also. Here, there is an option of format as table. So you have an option. You just need to select this data. Okay. And from here, you can select anything. You can select the data. And again, you can convert it into a table. Okay. The first option was Control T. The second option is coming it here, format as table. Okay, now let's say we have converted it into a table, and here I have not take the my table as it is. I'll press OK. So what I'll do, look, when I press OK now, this serial number, name, department has also been included in our data, and we have got a header with column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6. I now if I want to insert slicer, so I'll be getting the slicers with the name of columns. Here you will get the slices with column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it? Just because these are the parameters on the basis of what you are going to uh, apply the filter. This is the data. This was all about table, converting it into a table. It was all about converting into a table. We have already learned about this home tab and sort tab and everything. So in the earlier sessions, so today we have learned about converting a particular data range into a table.